All right, are we live? Crazy story I read today. Drones. They're using drones to hunt down bears. I'm worried about the future. I'm really worried about what wealthy people are going to think of this. Wealthy hunters. Are they going to see this drone hunting down a bear? And listen, it didn't just hunt a bear. I'll get into the story in a minute. Ample Thought, subscribe. Oh yeah, hit the subscribe button. Free for you. I go live every weekday. And then hit the notification bell because I can only give you my word that I go live every weekday. I can't give my word at what time. But I'm really worried that wealthy hunters are going to see this drone hunting down a bear as an opportunity to hunt from the comfort of their homes. Just like American airstrikes with drones, they can just do it from the comfort of an air-conditioned office. Very, very nervous. Especially because when you think about like the VR technology, I don't know if anybody ever seen the Portlandia episode, the Fred Armisen, Carrie, oh my God, I forget her last name. Have you ever seen the Portlandia episode where they play hipsters and they want to go to this festival, but they're like too old? And essentially there's this service that sells you drone access, or VR drone access to the festival. And Carrie and Fred sit in their living room with these huge bubble helmets on that's all encompassing of their head. And they watch this festival from drones, and they can control the drones, so they go up above the stage, and then they're like heading to the bathrooms and they're hitting people, and then they get in a fight with these bikers. Great episode. Portlandia, one of my favorite shows ever. Watch Portlandia. But if you've seen that Portlandia drone episode, the virtual reality drone at a festival episode, this is what this story reminds me of. That hunters, wealthy hunters, are going to see this as an opportunity to get their Meta VR headset, whatever it's called, Oculus headset, send up a drone and go hunt deers from their living room. I'm so terrified of, like, technology has such potential to be used for amazing things, and they're using it to kill a bear. Oh, I'm devastated. Because this was the maiden voyage for a drone to hunt an animal to kill a wild bear. Carrie Brownstein, that's her name. One of my favorite humans on earth. I watched the interviews she's in. I've tried to look up old band footage of her. Carrie Brownstein, Fred Armisen. If you haven't, Armisen, however you say it, Parmesan, Fred Parmesan. If you haven't seen Portlandia, watch it in its entirety. Quit your job and just go watch Portlandia, and then try to get your job back, because Portlandia is worth it. Oh, and by the way, for everybody joining, please hit the subscribe button. Free for you. It means the world to me. Truly does. And hit the notification bell. I go live every weekday. But also, very important, if you want to play along at home and read these stories, I put them all in the description. The bear, it's from some wildlife website. And this happened in Slovakia. And then I also want to just mention that Twitter is going to start charging for new users. I think it's only $1, but I think it's so hilariously funny that when Elon Musk took it over, he said, free speech is now legal. And now is his branding statement, free speech for a small fee, free speech for a nominal fee of $1 a month. Does anybody find the irony in his free speech is now legal, but we have to charge new users on Twitter? I think it's going to be $1, and I didn't know that in New Zealand and the Philippines, Twitter's already charging people that want to sign up. He's destroyed Twitter. It's a dumpster fire, and that's kind of the only reason I'm there. All right, so in Slovakia, right, and you can read this whole story in the link. There was this bear ravaging this town, going on a rampage. And I don't know much about Slovakia. I think that was in one of the Avengers movies, right? Is that the country? Or did they do a made-up country? I know Wakanda isn't real, okay? Everybody ease up. But was Slovakia the one where they lifted up, where like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, don't they star as like the Scarlet Witch? Isn't she the Scarlet Witch? I never understood how in those Avengers movies, the Scarlet Witch starts off as like a Slovakian immigrant, and she has this really thick, like, you know, USSR accent, and then by like the second movie, she's just American. Anybody get that? How did the Scarlet Witch start? Is that right? The Scarlet Witch starts with this thick accent because she comes from this other country, and then by like movie number 2, she's like slinging some American slang and totally assimilated. Her accent is just gone. Like, what the? Go back and watch the first appearance of Scarlet Witch in the Avengers movies. She has an accent. You don't believe me? I know it's hard to believe because every movie since that first one, she's just American. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic. So in Slovakia, right, this bear's ravaging through this town. It sent 2 people to the hospital. In the article, which is right down below, it even states that there were videos going viral of this bear. This bear mauling the town, absolutely, you know, raising hell. I mean, can't some people just throw some like honeycombs, you know, far away from the village, and the bear will go eat them? Don't bears love honey? At least from all the Disney stuff, that's what I've learned. Bears love honey. Winnie the Pooh, Baloo. But this bear, and I got to look up these viral videos. See, this is why, if you can hit subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. It would be amazing to have a computer set up where we could look up the viral videos together and I could pull them up on the screen. That's my dream for this live stream, where I'm not just doing it on my phone, that, you know, we could bring up these articles, that we could bring up these viral videos of this bear, because I want to see. Number one, good on the people of Slovakia. Even though they're being terrorized, they're still uploading videos of the bear like attacking their neighbors. That's not funny, but the fact that everybody pulls out a camera nowadays is kind of hilarious. So when they got 17 people watching, Rob, say hi to everyone. Hello, everyone. It only shows 10 for me, but these numbers jump around, and I can't ever tell if there's like nobody watching or a bunch of people watching. So my apologies. If you're new, welcome to the live stream. Please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I give you my word, I go live every weekday. I'm Rob. This is The Struggle. I talk about everything and anything. Hopefully it's entertaining, and hopefully I always bring it to your attention. Most of this has to do with the class war, and that's why I'll get into like the elite and what the elite are going to eventually do with these drones and their ability to hunt animals. So in Slovakia, they call out the bear team. I don't know. I guess they have like a wildlife team that could come out. I guess, do we have that in America? I know we have like dog catchers, but this is a very good question. I should have looked more into this, because does Slovakia, like, is the brown bear such an issue there that they're like, call out the bear team, they'll go neutralize the threat? But this was the first time, it says in the article, which is down below, that this was a maiden voyage for their drone with thermal imaging and, like, you know, all kinds of camera action, 4K, 1080p, whatever the latest tech is, to use a weapon to neutralize a bear. And by neutralize, I mean it took it out. This was the maiden voyage, it's stated in the article below, which, I mean, I guess it's good for the people. It stopped the rampage. 2 people were sent to the hospital. It's terrifying. One of the worst ways I could ever imagine. Not like, you just want to die, I would imagine, if you're in a bear attack. You know, you would not want to survive that. I mean, in the moment, the adrenaline and all that, but overall, if you've watched any of those like I Survive shows and people survived a bear attack, I don't know if I'd be able to go into woods after that. So they sent out this drone. You know, the teams were obviously trying to hunt down the bear, but I mean, a wild bear, can't a bear run like 57 miles per hour or something? I know it's some like crazy stat where it's like, you know, you'd never suspect a bear be able to like outdo an Olympian, but I'm pretty sure they can. And they can climb trees. Like, nothing can neutralize a bear. They can swim, they can climb. At this point, like, if they, you know, if they evolve anymore, I'm sure they're going to be able to like jump 30 feet. Bears are terrifying. U.S. Fish and Wildlife, only federal agency's job to conserve and manage fish, wildlife, plants, and their habitats. Thank you, Ample Thought. Yeah, but if there was a, bear, are they the ones that come out? I don't even know the phone number. Do we have one in every state? Um, Watch, that's probably privatized. We probably have a privatized service. Oh man, the truck parked behind me. Anyways, this maiden voyage goes out. They hunt down the bear. They snuff it out. No more issue with the bear. But what kind of can of worms does this open for the potential of, like, is this how they were talking about at the end of the article, which you can read down below, that because I guess brown bears are very prevalent and, causing issues in Slovakia. I mean, I hate to make that statement, but apparently, like, like we have raccoons everywhere and they got bears. I guess it's probably like Alaska, they got bear problems and moose problems. And they said maybe use the potential to use these drones to kind of cull the herds. Bears don't herd, do they? What would a group of bears be? A pollock? What would a group of bears be? A club of cubs? Who knows? But they were talking about, like, to thin out the herd, to thin out the club of cubs, they were potentially going to use drones, which is individual state departments of natural resources take care of the bears. Thank you, Ample Thought. So if you get a bear problem in your neck of the woods, remember Smokey the bear? Whatever happened to him? I heard his house burned down in a fire because he smoked. So I forget what I was saying. So they got a bear problem, potentially going to use drones to start just like thinning out the herd of bears, which really makes me worried that, like, wealthy people are going to catch wind of this and be like, that's the new vacation. We love hunting games in VR. Why not do it in real life? And they would just pay some people that, once they make the kill, to send them whatever, the trophy. I don't know what would be the trophy on a bear. The bear skin. Maybe some ground bear stew. I know my buddy hunted bear, but he did it with a bow and arrow. And they ate bear stew for like 2 winters. And they didn't save the skin or anything, but they used it all. Group of bears is called a sloth. A sloth of bears. We need to rename that. That does no justice to bears. They are not sloth-like in any way, shape, or form. And maybe that's some of them. Who put that out? A bear? It can also be called a pack, a mall, or a sleuth of bears. I would call it a mall. No, that's deceiving too. Because if you're thinking M-A-L-L, not M-A-U-L, I would call it a club of cubs. I think it rolls off the tongue. That seems too friendly too. Like, it shouldn't be a murder of crows. It should be a murder of bears, so you keep your in distance. So I'm just very nervous that wealthy people are going to somehow, like, there's got to be, remember when axe throwing became a thing and people were like, you want to get angry and come throw an axe on your bachelor party or your bridezilla bachelorette party, and you could, like, smash plates against the wall and throw axes. I have a feeling like some business is going to capitalize on this, and wealthy people are going to hunt from the luxury of a couch. Instead of it being like a video game, it's going to be like I'm just calling my shot, okay? You heard it here first on the Boston Rob YouTube channel. You heard it in this live stream. In 2045, when people are hunting from their couch in air conditioning with a drone helmet on, using drones and having people just mail them the skin or whatever, this is how it started. The Slovakian maiden voyage of a drone hunting a bear. A pack of polar bears is called an aurora. That's awesome. And I don't think there are any more auroras anymore. I'm pretty sure most of those polar bears are swimming around in the water looking for a patch of ice. That's devastating. Okay. I got some stuff to do, but I really just wanted to make mention. Is anybody else completely, and I put the TechCrunch article in the description too, does anybody else find it completely hilarious that Elon Musk prided himself on making Twitter the virtual town hall, the virtual meeting place for society, the virtual commons, the virtual town crier, Does anybody find it absolutely hilarious that Elon Musk is now saying, like, we're going to have to charge a fee for new users if they want to tweet on Twitter? This guy, who thinks this dude's smart? He's just... The worst part is like, he could just fund it. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to eradicate all the jobs and make it filled with bots. And by the way, that's why he's saying he's doing this. Elon Musk is like, to get rid of the bot problem. It's like, bro, before you took over, there wasn't like a huge bot problem. Now the only people who like my tweets are porn bots. So at least they're liking my tweets. But I mean, the bot problem is out of control. If you're not on Twitter, it is filthy. It is absolutely, somebody needs to clean that website up because it's littered with bots. And it's got a bigger bot problem than Slovakia's got a bear problem. And Elon Musk is now saying he's going to charge $1 a month. Aren't people already paying for blue check marks? I mean, this guy has just had the worst ideas. There's no real benefit from the cost. Maybe you say like, oh, it's only $1, but it's like, this was free forever. And now you got to pay $1 if you just want to tweet. Like, that's not worth it. It's not worth it to so many people. He's not going to get any new users. There's no benefit, especially when you can just have the account to see other tweets. Fun facts: colony of Biebers. What's a group of Justin Biebers called? A colony? Ample thought. Fun facts: colony of Biebers. Colony of beavers, tribe of baboons, grist of bees, brace of bucks, drove of cattle, a Roomba of rattlesnakes. I never want to see a Roomba of rattlesnakes, especially near my Roomba. Raft of ducks, team of seals, corps of giraffes, and a dray of squirrels, and a murder of crows. But they're just a family. That's anti-crow propaganda. I love crows. What's a pod of orcas? Also, my two favorite animals: crows, orcas, and wolves. But that's easy. That's a pack. All right, I gotta wrap this up. I got some stuff to do, but I'm very terrified of what the future holds for hunters. We should force them that if they want to do VR hunting, they should have to have some kind of bow and arrow. Like, remember the Nintendo Wii where you have the controllers? They should have to not be able to shoot, especially from a drone, but they should be able to have a bow and arrow hooked to the drone and have to use a bow and arrow. That's the only way I would allow it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Root of wolves, troop of horses, trip of hares, cloud of gnats, muster of storks, memory of elephants, and a partridge in a pear tree. All right. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can read these articles down below. Leave it in the comments. What do you think? Do you think people will hunt with drones? I mean, they're talking about that's how wars are going to be fought. They already got robot dogs. Maybe they'll send a robot dog, a pack of robot dogs out with your VR drone hunting set. Oh, God. And technology, like, can help us. And this is how we're using it. Jesus. You're disappointing me, humanity. You're disappointing me. Okay, thanks so much. Oh, and if you're the praying type, no. If you could just send a prayer for me that Jesus resurrects my radio career like he resurrected himself over Easter weekend, I really need some prayers. I thank you so much. And to all the new subscribers, thank you. It means the world to me to see new subscribers, people joining the family, joining in solidarity. So thank you. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go live every weekday. People will and do hunt with drones. That's horrifying. We'll talk about that next time. Peace.